Let's look at some of the papers this morning. If you look at what is in my hand, this is Daily Sun. Yes, this is Daily Sun papers. Looking up here at the top, it's saying Tinubu's hammer falls again as smashes EFCC chairman. Recently, we've seen a couple of suspension by the current government, and of course, this time around, the bar is hitting up the EFCC boss in the person of Bawa. Down here, this is the Senate President-elect Akpabio and Ojizokalu, who also vied for that position, given a handshake, probably a congratulatory kind of a handshake. And down here, it says Naira sells for $755 per dollar as FG gives bank power to decide forex rate, and that is what Daily Sun is saying. This morning, Kwara bold and mishap is a Tinubu orders probe as debt toll rises to 106. That's a sad one coming for the nation. I said yesterday. You can find that on page 4 of Daily Sun. Let's look at what the Punch is saying this morning. On the topmost headline here is in private sector economics back CBN, Naira falls to 664 per dollar. Here it said it's 55. If you look at up here, it's saying Tinubu suspend EFCC boss chair indefinitely, others probe. Page 2 of the paper, student loan disbursement begin in September, said the federal government. Then president project 500,000 jobs with data protection law. Wow, Tinubu is hitting up the ground already. Let's look at Vanguard. All right, I'm seeing the face of some, of course, chiefs in the country here with the president-elect. This is visit here. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu received in audience His Royal Highness Mohammed Hilaru Dantoro, Emir of Bogu, and His Royal Highness Mohammed Baru Muazu, Emir of Kotongora at the presidential villa. Still on the Naira depreciate to 664.04 as CBN remove restriction. All right, that is majorly here. Let's come to Daily Trust. On the front page here is still on the issue of the hammer falling on the EFCC boss. You can see that this is Bawa here. Tinubu suspend EFCC boss Bawa, accuses him of abuse of office. Then Omar Abba takes charge. That's the second in command taking charge here. Then Mbatu anti-graft chief grilled by DSS, politically motivated. Some civil service organizations are coming to say that the removal of Bawa is politically motivated. But whatever it is what it is. All right, revenue from railway drops by 60% as passengers traffic plunges to 5 million in Q1. Then thunder kills a referee during football match in Niger State. That's a sad one. Kidnappers adopt police 2 minutes demand 1.7. Yes, this is major on the headlines. You can see Tinubu suspend EFCC, but let's get just quickly on that. We've seen a couple of suspensions recently by the president-elect. Some have said that, of course, CS and civil service organization have said that is politically motivated. What do you have to say as regards to that?
As a matter of fact, I'm a politician in Nigeria.
Okay.
I'm also a stakeholder in democracy and stability. Brian Mustafa Mesalachi Alaji, founder Mesalachi International Foundation for Democracy and Stability.
All right.
In Nigeria, Africa. You see, in the aspect of Tinubu, Jagaba, Ahmed coming to power, it's a divine coming to power.
Okay.
And Nigeria now, Nigeria expects him now. This subsidy issue is not supposed to introduce it immediately as power duty as well.
Let's talk about
supposed to be at the second or third part of his duty to Nigeria.
Well, he said that was not provided in the 2023 budget.
They are alarming now about this removal of the forced subsidy. What I will advise Tinubu now, you should embark on building NNPC, PPNC mega filling station.
All right, quickly, I want you to highlight on these suspension of the EFCC board.
The EFCC chairman. Let me be sincere with you. As I told you sometime, as I knew myself, it's only Almighty Allah that is 100% clean. You see, soldier go, soldier come, soldier go, barrack there. For them to remove the EFCC post, It's a routine. He has to accept it in good faith.
Well,
Like
there are charges of corruption and misuse, abuse of office.
EFCC, they set the parastatal up to look into the corruption. The corruption in Nigeria is from the top. The corruption allegation is continuity in Nigeria, and at the same time again, we have to check the corruption practices in Nigeria gradually and make sure we look into it, how it's going to be solved in all the military parastatal and international and government parastatal.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And at the same time again, I have to put it to you now. Nigerians that voted Tinubu Ahmed into power, he come into power into divine intervention. They are crying now. You see this hand, it's not equal. Me, I always look at back. Tinubu should try and look at back. It's the electorate that fixed him there to come into power. Now they are crying that even though they increase the fuel 10 times, I can afford to move on. But some people now, they don't have the means of the transportation up and down. So I urge people now to
put to cushion the effect.
Provide money in circulation.
All right, to cushion the effect.
Empower Nigerian youth and brought down the fuel subsidy, fuel money down back.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thanks for that take. Thank you. God bless Nigeria. Look at this day. I saying, of course, see on Bawa. Bawa honors DSS invitation hours after suspension. He was quickly invited by DSS. CBN abolishing multiple exchange rate transaction now to hold on I&E Windows S rate. Of course, Nigerian currency can now be traded within the window space over there. Some have said that this will kind of course, increase the rate of value, kind of the value of the naira. As you can see here, CBN finally devalues naira. Okay, forex scarcity bites harder on airlines, devaluing and unifying the currency. Very positive. Of course, experts have come to say that. All right, and that is what we have on the paper this day, this morning. Let's look at the Guardian. These are the faces of course, the past XY president with the current incumbent president right now. 2023, you have, let's look at here first. Naira slumps as CBN commences rate harmonization, faces supply hurdles. If you look at here, in 2023, Naira is 664 per dollar. During the Buhari administration, still within the 2023, Naira was 462. That is CBN rate, okay, 462 per dollar. And then during Goodluck in 2015, it was 196.5 per dollar. And then Yaradua in 2010, it's 147 per dollar. And then in 1999, when the President Olusegun Obasanjo, formerly now, came into power, it was 97 naira per dollar. All right, aviation stocks fall 818.2 million. Let's look at here. Also, we saw that of the DSS inviting suspended INEC boss Bawa. INEC LP Bika over subpoena as OB tenders IREF report. Wow. FG to begin disbursement of student loan by September. We saw that in the earlier paper. Let's just give you one or two papers and then we'll wrap up this for today. If you look at leadership this morning, Tinubu begins monetary policy reform, floats naira. You can find that on page 4 of the leadership paper this morning. Okay. Now, down here, APC slams Amnesty International over claims of 120 killings under Tinubu. Wow. Just in less than 2 weeks, we've had 120 persons killed. It is a sad one here, and I think the government needs to put all acts together to get the security challenge of the country tackled quickly, because the life of Nigerians matter. Okay, explain how floating of naira affects BTA fees, BAT, and SMEs. Okay. Blueprints how Okowa embezzled Delta's 13% derivation fund. That's what the clerk is saying. I think we're going to wrap up this today, but let's just look at Tribune this morning. The Tribune is saying Tinubu suspend EFCC boss. Of course, we've seen that in the previous paper. Boss Bawa indefinitely to probe him over alleged abuse of the use of office. That's all we can take on the paper today, giving you the news headlines. You can get any of these headlines and go through them so you can get adequate information as regards what is happening. This is 7 vendor, and I am Austin Beatrice Sinam, 7 TV.